I have another question. Will we be jumping timelines in January 2026? And yes, we have been jumping quite a few timelines as our clairs are coming more on board, as our communication with the other side, with our guides and our angels and our star families and our ancestors and everything. And we are learning, we are not learning, we are remembering how to create. And the way that I like to refer to it is a thought becomes a thing, our emotions become a thing, our words become a thing. And so the way that we are timeline jumping is that most of us have been going inward. And anytime we have a habit pattern or belief that comes up that is not in support of our beauty and grace and our strength and light, we send it back to the light to be transmuted back to love and light. We recreate over it so that we feel more empowered. And when we do that process of creating our whole future forward based on what feels good, on the thoughts that are empowering to us, that help us remember our power and remember why we're here, and remember that we are here to bring peace on earth, and we would have never been allowed to come here had we're not. But what we are doing is when the spooky wookies are coming in, we're saying thank you. Thank you for reminding me that I do have a choice what I create forward. And if I don't want to bring it forward, if it is an emotion or a thought, or I'm hearing myself say something really demeaning about myself, and I choose to send that back to the light, to be transmuted back to love and light, and launch pad into what I want, that is you creating your future. And enough of us are doing that in a way that we are timeline jumping. And even if you are standing alone all by yourself and doing this work, as you are creating forward only that which is empowering to you, only that that makes you feel like a million five, only what makes you feel like you can do anything, that is actually that energy, that those molecules, I'm just going to say those beautiful, buoyant, sparkly molecules are moving up into the all there is, blanketing this whole universe, planet Earth and the universe, and healing. And it's our contribution to bringing peace on Earth. So, because so many of us are doing this, so many of us are being directly contacted to do this work right now. We are timeline jumping. We've been timeline jumping quite a bit through December. We will continue to do it. And what that actually, timeline jumping, is just moving on to a higher and more empowered timeline. And we've been doing it quite some time. We've been doing it for a while. We've been doing it very successfully. And so we will be doing it also in January in a really, really big way. I hope that helps. And I have another question. How do we find the proof that what we are asking for and what we are creating is actually coming in? And I love this question. Thank you, Jill. So the way that we do this is We are yesterday when we were tethered slaves before our slave shackles got cut, and we were asked to start creating like a god. What we would do is we'd work really hard. We'd work. We'd do a lot of hours. We would just do a lot of hard work. And the proof to us that we were doing a good job is we got attaboys. We, got paychecks. We had this outside physical proof that we were actually um, creating what we wanted, whether or not that was a paycheck or whatever it is. We'll just stop there. So we have stepped out of being a slave. Our slave shackles are cut. Our slave sandals should be hanging next to the door on the wall so that we see them and remember to not walk in them any longer. And we are to identify as our God creator selves. And so when I say God creator selves, there's a story in the Bible, and forgive me if I don't quote it quite right, but it actually is a perfect quote for where I'm going with this conversation. So in the Bible, it says that God came forth and he created the whole universe in 6 days. On the seventh day, he napped. But the Bible never talks about what God did on the eighth day. And so I like to refer to us as the gods. And we are on God's 8 days. And what we are doing is we're waking up from our nap. We're looking around, we're looking at everything we have created, everything in your life you have chosen, everything you have created. And all we're doing right now is looking at stuff and going, no, I can do better. I can do better. Let's erase that. Let's start all over with that. That's all that we're doing. So, because we are creating as God's source, as all there is, we're kind of moving molecules. We're moving light, we're moving energy, and I'm just going to call them molecules for right now. So when we are trying to when we're trying to create more money to come in, and what we want is more money to come in. We want enough money in that we don't even think about it. And so what we're actually doing then is, okay, I want more money to come in. And then we start looking at our bank balances and we start looking at the bills stacking up, and we start looking at all of the spooky wookies of not enough. And what we're asked to do, what my guides are asking us to do, if this resonates with you, is any thought becomes a thing. So if you're looking at your bank account and getting scared, that fear in your thoughts become even bigger, and it becomes even more spooky wooky, and it gets even bigger, and you create more fear. That's maybe when an unexpected bill comes in and it spikes your fear even more. So what we're being asked to do as creators who are moving the molecules is, do I want more fear? Do I want to be afraid that nothing's coming in? And no, I don't. So I'm going to take that picture, I'm going to take that thought form, I'm going to send it back to the light to be transmuted back to love and light. You're going to take a nap. even if for 5 minutes, you're going to reset, reboot. You're going to have fresh new perspective. And the proof that is going to come in for you that all is well, it's going to start out very soft and easy. The first may be that you're going to wake up and from your nap and you're going to feel hopeful. Oh, there's plenty. I have no idea where it's coming from, but it's coming in. I can feel that. I feel the hope. And the next thing that might happen is, okay, show me more proof. Show me more proof that the money's coming in. And just know that it's going to be a step by step by step by step by step of just molecules moving to show you proof that your team is working on it, on bringing it in. Sometimes it comes in right away. Sometimes there's a little bit of a lag. It doesn't matter. Know that that you will get all your answers before you need them. That might mean it's the 11th hour, but you will get it before you need it. But the proof is going to come in just more molecules moving. And when you wake up from the nap and you feel peaceful, it's like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want more proof that the money's coming in. I want more positive proof. And then what you might feel is, you might see a feather, or you might have a surprise, happen, and they just want you to go, thank you for showing me proof, thank you for showing me proof, until the big proof, the big solid proof comes in. So keep showing me proof, keep showing me proof, and I'm going to stay as quiet as I can. I'm going to be aware of every spooky wookie in my brain. I'm going to be aware of every emotion that I have, that I'm feeling vulnerable, that I'm feeling scared, sending them all to the light, sending it back to the light, sending it back to the light, and show me proof everything's working. And just know that it's going to come in really kind of softer ways. And that doesn't mean that the money's not coming in. It just means they want you to say, thank you for the proof, show me more proof. Thank you for the proof, show me more proof. And that is how you find the proof of what you're really asking for to come in. What's happening energetically is you're keeping yourself in a higher vibration, and money actually comes in from that vibration. When you are scared that there's not enough, it doesn't come in through that vibration. And that's where you're struggling. That's where you continue struggling. So your only job is to keep your vibration as high as possible. And that's normally thinking thoughts that are empowering, that make you feel like a million, million five. That's having emotions that all is well. I'm going to go do a couple of things that I love for myself. I'm going to go out into nature. I'm going to go take a walk. I'm going to open up my crown. I'm going to have my team talk to me. I'm going to go take a bath, and I'm going to put some salts in and fragrances, and put on some soft music, and just really just relax and luxuriate. I'm going to make a cup of tea and watch the birds. I'm going to do something to make me happy, to raise my vibration, and that's all that you need to know. And I also am get very, very aware that this is a very, very solid trust walk and a faith walk. And this is just, just keep asking them to show you proof that something that they are working on your behalf, and you will find it. And the more you thank them for it, the more they'll give back. So I hope that helps. If you've enjoyed these Q&As, please like and subscribe and share. That really helps my channel. And until then, keep being great, And keep sending in your messages, and we'll try to get them answered as much as we can. Thank you so much.